When operating in hostile areas, IFA team members are obliged to distribute aid while being in constant movement in order to protect their lives. May 2008, Cyclone Nargis, Burma. June 2006, earthquake, Indonesia. IFA's vision goes beyond politics and diplomacy and bypasses governments, militias, and armies that prevent assistance to the victims. IFA respects victims' traditions and culture, purchases supplies from existing local sources in order to support and empower local economy, and to maintain freedom from local governmental restraints at sea, land, and airports. November 2005, earthquake, Kashmir, India and Pakistan. September 2005, Hurricane Katrina, USA. July 2005, floods, Georgia, Chechnya. December 2004, tsunami, Sri Lanka. IFA team members represent the pulsating heart of Israel. People who risk their lives and are totally committed to their chosen mission. IFA believes in the sanctity of human life and dignity as reflected in the Jewish halakha and in the Israeli Declaration of Independence. Devote yourself to justice, aid the wronged, uphold the rights of the orphan, defend the cause of the widow. The State of Israel will be based on freedom, justice, and peace as envisaged by the prophets of Israel. It will ensure complete equality of social and political rights to all its inhabitants, irrespective of religion, race, or sex. It will guarantee freedom of religion, conscience, language, education, and culture. Ladies and gentlemen, 6 minutes and 20 seconds have passed while you were watching this video in the comfort of your seats. Every 30 seconds, a child dies from disease, hunger, or human conflict. At this very moment, somewhere in Africa, a child is struggling to survive. Time is his enemy. Somewhere in Asia, a family is trying to pick up the pieces of their shattered life. Time is their enemy. Somewhere, perhaps only a few hours from here, people fear death. Time is their enemy. Now is the time to act. Now is the time for IFA to provide life-saving aid.
that's Thank you. So that's what we learned to do in the past few years. Even prior to funding this organization, we started back at Rwanda. We were in the war in Iraq, supporting some others in places we're not able to reveal right now. Time will come, I hope, that we can do it without risking the locals who helped us and ourselves in case we have to be back. I just want to tell you two small things that are, I hope that it's working. Okay. I just would like to tell you two small things. You know, a lot of my friends in Israel asks me, what do you do for Israel? Anye Ircha Kodmim. And it's not going forward. Can somebody up there help me? Okay. Anye Ircha Kodmim. So my answer is, you know, we might have won all the territorial conflict we have in Israel, and I'm very proud to come from the only actually democratical country between Marrakesh and Bangladesh. And I think it's just about time we Israelis start to do Tikkun Olam. And I'm very happy. We have a lot of friends that believe, like AJC, and Mr. Yashin, who has just been here, and many other like such and other organizations that supports this agenda of Tikkun Olam. And I wanted to tell you that two things, just two small things that created a huge change among the people who got our assistance. So I'll just go back to Kashmir. Kashmir, Indian Kashmir, is a terrible, hostile area for us Israelis. Undercover mission. I was fully dressed as a Muslim, that you probably can see. I don't know, I hope it works. But if not, so never mind. Kashmir, I was discovering that the local rebels was neglected by the local government, of course, since, you know, most of the countries uses the disasters as mass killing weapons. And you have to understand that Burma, after the last cyclone took 120 people, died directly in the cyclone. But Burma closed the gates for foreign organizations, the UN and the Red Cross. And that closure, you know, everybody was sitting in Bangkok or in Geneva asking permission to enter. But the Burmese didn't allow anybody to come in and just let those population, actually opposition inside the Delta, to starve to death or to just die from very little wounds that just simple antibiotics could cure. Actually, we call it genocide. For us, it's just the same. It's the cheapest genocide that exists. Same with Zimbabwe right now, with forbidding entrance of the cholera cure in other countries as well. So actually, Hillel and UN Watch, we beg you to go on that one and to try to go to the Security Council of the UN and to reinforce Chapter 7, like everybody's doing to us, to stop fighting in Gaza, stop fighting in Lebanon, to try and reinforce this Chapter 7 on those countries who prevents life-saving aid after disasters and uses the disaster as mass killing weapon.